G-Swag.
What's up, swaglets, and welcome back to another Minecraft YouTube video, where today, sorry, I got the dance flu. Okay, but what I was gonna say is welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft, where this video is mostly just gonna be, as I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail and also the title of this video, all about building. I mean, obviously there's gonna be some little side quests, you know, we gotta get resources and all that, and make some machines give resources, but it's all just gonna be centered around redoing this whole one area that's a pretty old area of the world. The hill with the cartography room and the little wooden gate over towards the village have been like a pretty useful part of the world. I mean, I go down to the village all the time, you know, and this hill is just prime real estate here. We could do so many things with it. There's so much opportunity, and it looks like doo-doo, okay? It's not matching up to any of the stuff that we're getting. You know, this is what we had to do back in the primitive days of wood and stone, but you know, we're ahead of that. So we're gonna really class this place up. You know, we're gonna make it live up to the G-Swag name. And also, this is what I want to do for most of my future episodes, is just do building. This is the part that I love the most about the game, but obviously in the last episodes I've had to make a bunch of farms and stuff. You know, I need to get resources and all that. That's the main part of survival, but really only thing left that I have to do is get a beacon, and then from there on out, I am just building like 24/7. Every episode is going to be building, so I hope you guys like building. What you're probably wondering what I'm doing in the background here is I'm fixing these maps, because you see, recently the world crashed, and when it did, it completely broke a couple things. One of them was it just erased all the achievements that I had, and the other one is it broke the map display, so now they're just like the regular map icon when it's in the item frame. So I'm just going to make some new maps and fill them out so we can just get this fixed real quick. Oh yeah, looking much better. Okay, so like I said, I want to redo this whole hill and like fill it out, but I also need to change this gate. I mean, I hate this gate. I mean, a fence was good in the beginning, but now it makes me look weak. I can't have this horrid fence. I gotta show that I'm in control of my land. We'll get there, but for now, we're gonna go to the first place that we're gonna redo, which is the cartography room up here. This is like, I feel like a pretty prime location, but I just never put any effort into this. And I was waiting until I had, you know, resources and not other things that I had to do to redo this. And now is that time. So let's just take a moment to thank me for putting in all this hard work on this Minecraft world to make sure that I have the resources to just build and have fun. And let's also take a second to thank you guys for watching this video, because of course without you there would be nobody for me to make this video for. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Alright, this fox has been hanging out here for too long to walk away unnamed. I dub thee Goobensteinen. You will live here for eternity. I mean, obviously, if my guy's a map maker, he's gonna want to like have some maps up on the wall, right? Oh, I think it'd be cool if we could make like a little easel for the map to go on, because then it would really look like he's painting the maps himself. Okay, so I want to try using an armor stand to make it look like a support on one of these shelves here. Why can't I can't put the shelf down because the armor stand is in the way. Okay, I think I've got it. Watch this. And bada boom. Ah, nah, I was hoping that I was going to push the armor stand into the shelf so that it looked like they were connecting. Hey, check out this wall I built. It's for the new idea that I have to get this armor stand up into the thing. Remember, if you can't push it in, just try harder. Okay, I think this worked fairly decently. Also, I don't know what's going up with this laggy footage. I swear, it was not laggy when I was playing. I'm going to get a new laptop soon, so hopefully this will go away by the next episode. Then check this out. We're going to put carpet over the slab so that it looks like the armor stand is just going into the floor, and it looks like a pretty good easel. I mean, look at that. Come on. That's pretty good. Just sprucing things up. Ooh, you know, it would be cool if I put like a little brush here, one of those little archaeology brushes they added, so it's like his paintbrush. The utensil and the artiste. The artiste must have a name. Quazaretto you shall be called. Oh, actually, my name is Phil. Quazaretto you shall be called, I said. Just gonna add some more decorations and details to kind of spruce up this place. You know, it's our cartographer lab, so we're gonna have paintings of other maps that he's made, and you know, utensils he's used to make them, and he's probably wants some nice carpet in between his furry little villager toes. Alright, I think that this little workroom is done, and we're gonna turn our attention out to the bedroom.
Man, you better hook me up with a good bedroom, because you know I'm bringing lady villagers back.
Quazaretto, you sly dog. I like doing this kind of like fake wall with the trapdoors because it just gives the illusion that there's more space than there really is. Okay, I know I said I was going to work on the bedroom, but I just want to finish up this little walkway area, he says, without knowing that his computer will crash in the next 5 seconds. Okay, finally I'm back. Alright, what was I doing again? I'm gonna make a notebook so that I can keep track of like all the tasks that I want to do. I had this on my previous hardcore world, like my 1000-day hardcore world, and this was super helpful because I could keep track of like machines that I wanted to build and then just also things that I needed. So I'm gonna use this one right now though to kind of make it like a checklist for the video. And also just for future items. Random book and quill. Oh yeah, the bedroom. Okay, this is a pretty cramped area, so I made this custom fit wardrobe with these golden handles, and I had to move the light onto the top of the ceiling because I also want to put other lighting in here to give it more ambiance. Like a this. Oh yeah, and some authentic brick back wall. Quasaretto's gonna be pimping. Okay, I'm pretty certain in saying that this room is done for now. I think it's looking good. And one thing that I need before I can progress any farther is slime, okay? There are so many things that slime are holding me back on. Okay, I can make redstone. I can use sticky pistons, doors, bro. Slime blocks. And with one of the newer updates where they added the sliming potion or whatever, it makes it like 10 times easier to get slime. If you already got a block of slime, you can get infinite slime. But the thing is, I don't have any slime. And I know that there's a swamp somewhere around because I've been to the swamp before. I just couldn't find any slime. So I want to go find that swamp and just sit and wait at the swamp. But I didn't find a swamp. But you know, it did happen. I found a woodland mansion. I wasn't even looking for a woodland mansion. I got a woodland mansion map from my villager guy. I put it up on the wall. I could have, if I wanted to go to one, I could have just followed the map. But I found one and I'm here now, so I'm going to explore it, I guess. You know, having too many bookshelves is never a bad problem. I only mind a couple. Okay, all I really want to get is maybe 1 or 2 totems. What did this turn into? Get sniped! Okay, definitely should have stuck with the bow from the beginning. That's what I'm going to do for the next ones. I'm just going to blick them down before they even noticed I stepped foot in their mansion. This is a home invasion! Please surrender. Oh nah, you trying to make clouds in here? You trying to make clouds in here? You're dead. Oh baby, this is the best treasure room of all. Oh yeah, this is gonna make so many little bushes in a bunch of different nature areas. Do I want to save the allays? I mean, they're not really that helpful, and they kind of just make a bunch of like really irritating sounds. Okay, fine, I'll take them. Well, I definitely didn't find a swamp, but I think that 3 totems is a good substitute. And with that being said, I think that finding the swamp is gonna take a back burner while we get the hell out of here. Home sweet home at last. Okay, I know I said that this episode is all about building, and trust me it is, but would you just take a look at the armor bar in the bottom right-hand corner? And wouldn't you be surprised to know it? I don't have mending on my armor, so I'm just gonna take just a hot, quick second to get some mending on my armor, and you know what, it's only gonna take you 10 seconds. So look at that, I already got the mending on my armor. How quick was that? And I wish I could say it was time to get back to building, but unfortunately we are low on resources, and it just happens to be 2 of my favorite resources, red nether brick and nether brick. So we need to go mine some netherrack real quick. Well, I need to go do that, and would you look at that? We already got the nether brick. I mean, how quick was that? I'm actually kind of running out of lava while I'm trying to smelt all this down, so I need to upgrade our little lava generator area. We got like 5 cauldrons in there. I'm gonna put like 20 in. And while I'm waiting for the lava cauldrons to fill so that I have enough lava to keep smelting all the nether bricks, I'm gonna use the bit of nether bricks that I got already right now to start on a little building on the front side of the hill. Yo, Quasaretto, you ever build anything, man? You got tips?
Man, my name is Phil. I don't know why you keep calling me Quasaretto.
Yo, you do any building, man?
Depends if you count my shredded abs.
Alright, you're useless. Okay, I think I have an idea though. We're gonna go for a complete scrap on what's on the outside here. This is all just garbage. I don't even know why I thought about keeping it for a second. Obviously, I knew I was gonna use that red nether brick there, but I'm also gonna use some lime terracotta and lime wall, and I want to make this look more like a tunnel because on the outside before, this kind of just looked like I don't know, weird panel, but this is supposed to be a little tunnel, like a hallway. Quasaretto, what do you think, bro?
My grandma builds better than you, nerd.
Man, why'd I even ask you? Okay, I'm contemplating using resin on this little tunnel, and if I don't use it on this tunnel, I'm gonna use it in something else. So I'm gonna go farm some up right now, and one thing that's going in the notebook is a resin farm because I'm definitely gonna use it throughout this whole video a bunch. Oh yeah, 2 at once. Alright, we ended up with 2 stacks and 20 resin, which is pretty good, but the thing is, that's only gonna make like a little over 35 blocks, which is not enough for the scale that I'm gonna be building with it on. Another thing is that the lava generator just cannot keep up with the speed of this smelter, and so the smelter's having a hard time still trying to get through all this netherrack. So I actually went to the nether to get just a bunch of lava buckets to fill up the rest of the furnaces, and also to completely finish out the lava generators. And now that I'm here actually looking at this, I think that this place deserves to get its own proper makeover. Hey, like this lamp? Don't care. Because I do. Ooh, what about this little yellow trim underneath all these cauldrons? Oh yeah, this place is looking drippy. Get it? Because the stalagmites. Okay, well now that we're done with this, we've moved past that bad joke, we're gonna get back to building, because we also have plenty of nether bricks now. They've been smelting for a little bit. And like I said, we're getting a complete clean restart. And I'm just gonna build off of this hallway here. So I'm gonna start by adding like a little overhang kind of roof type deal over the hallway. And the shape of this hill kind of makes it look like this hallway is going into like a big building, you know, and it's almost like a sky bridge over the chest room. And I got a lot of prismarine, so we're gonna do like a big prismarine kind of blocky building next to it here, like kind of a main hub type thing. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. The way that the layers are overlapping just makes it look supported, and I like how the prismarine looks with this red and green. Oh, the way that this warped whatever is just like glowing and pulsing is tickling on my brain. It's tickling and scratching my brain. Okay, this is kind of inspired, I think, just by the way that the guardians look, like the little spikes on them. But I'm also trying out this glass dome here, and I'm really liking it on the roof. And because I kind of want this to be like a central hub building. So easy access and sunlight in there, just being able to see it from everywhere, that's good. Wow, what a smooth cut, and that was completely unintentional. So the resin up on the roof, I like that. It's very flashy, and I think it matches well with the prismarine. The only problem is, that is all the resin I got. So I gotta make a resin farm before I continue any progress on building this, because if I continue with the way that I was getting it until I get the amount that I need, I'm gonna be taking up literally like 4 hours of just smacking that guy for resin. The only thing is, I'm like 99% sure that I need slime to make this resin farm, because how else am I gonna do it without sticky pistons? So, but I don't have slime, so we're just gonna go do a quick little mining trip for some redstone and then give this thing a shot, you know, because we need to make this happen, Captain. Alright, I'm saving you guys the expensive watch me go on a mining trip, but here's everything that we got. You can see plenty of redstone for the resin machine. Where should we actually build this resin thing anyways? I kind of feel like out here would be a good spot. Oh yeah, right here. Okay, so the basic idea of this is, right, you got the creaking heart, and then there's the 2 pale logs on the outside of it. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna shake this thing up and down with some pistons, so that way when the resin forms on top, we have some way to control it. It'll just pop right off. And, oh, you can't move the creaking heart. So I'm in my creative test world, and as you can see here, we most definitely need sticky pistons, so that means that we need slime. Okay, I know that when I started my next session of playing, I knew that slime was my main objective, but for some reason I just decided the #1 thing to do is get rid of all these dried leaves, because they're just so appalling. And you know what? I think it was a smart move. Before I leave for this swamp search, I'm going to make the biggest map that I can, so that hopefully if it's on this map, I can just see it later. And I'm also going to bring some other mapping and cartography equipment with me, so that if I venture off of this map, I can still keep track of it.
Hey, when you get back with that, slime, can I have some?
Sure, I guess.
Awesome. Don't ask what I'm gonna use it for, though.
What? Alright, I'm just gonna find the swamp. Alright, we're gonna go northwest. It's a little inconvenient for my mappage, but it's one of the only ways that I haven't explored yet. That's why I come prepared. We found the swamp, let's go! Wait a second. This is it? No! It's gonna take me forever to wait for a slime to spawn in this tiny ass swamp. Whatever will I do? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. That thick, luscious swamp. Okay, I'm just gonna leave a little marking on my map so that I know right where it is whenever I wanna come back. And now all we gotta do is just wait until dark. Hunting mode activated. Caw-caw! Surprise! Okay, I'm getting eaten alive, and 36 slime is enough, so we're going back home. As well as the slime for the sticky pistons for the resin farm, I just need 1 block of slime, and that way I can make the potion of sliming. And anytime I need slime, I can just throw it on a bunch of mobs and kill them and get like 1,000 slime and have all the slime I'll ever need. Okay, can finally start working on this redesign now with the sticky pistons. So the idea here is pretty similar, except instead of shaking that whole contraption up and down, we're just going to be pulling the logs on and off of the hearts. Because once the heart is on and the creaking is spawned, it's not going to turn off until you break it or until sunrise. Okay, so this is what I got so far. It's this little platform, and there's a lever in the middle. And then so when all the creaking spawn, I'll gather them up and hit them with my sword, and the sweeping edge will hit all of them at once. And then I'll pull the lever, and I'll collect all the resin and be a very happy G-Swag. I mean, in theory, this should be working now, so let's give it a test. Okay. This is not going to work. I forgot about the spawn radius of these guys. It looks like the farm is working in practice, though, so that's a good sign. We just got to relocate all this knowledge to somewhere else. Okay, this is a much better spot. I had to do a lot of clearing out, as I'm sure you can tell by the fact that it's night, but this will give plenty of room for all the creakings to spawn in so I can lure them over. Okay, this is what I got so far, and it's not done yet, but that's also because I don't have enough resin, so I gotta run it for one night. But it's basically just one of the contraptions, and I got it in like this little resin-looking orange test tube thing. And also, last time, I think I way overshot with the amount of pistons that I had. I had like 10, but I think I'm just gonna have like 2 or 3 of these ones, because each one means I gotta be like paying attention to and fighting a creaking. And having 10 of those guys around me, they're just gonna maul me. I thought this would have been a really cool way to get the redstone signal up to the top piston, so I just got concrete powder that's being pushed up and down by another piston, and there's a redstone signal that's running through the top block, so whenever the concrete powder falls down, then the signal cuts off. But the problem is, whenever the sand is falling, if you power back on and the sand goes up, then it just turns one of them into an item, so it just like breaks itself. But I eventually settled on this spiral tube design, and you know, it works. Okay, we got 2 of them now. As always, the solution is a gaping hole. It's enough resin to make a grown man cry. 3 of them in the upgraded safe spot. I added the little bit of resin that I had left over to the tower too. Doing a little bit of decorating while I wait for it to become night again. Ooh, spooky. Upgraded kill chamber too. Did a little bit more decorating too while I waited for it to become night again, and now it's back to farming resin because I took too much time decorating last night, and I also took too much time decorating this night, and it's probably gonna have to take another night. Oh, that other night can wait. I got enough resin for right now, and I want to finish up the front of this. And I think I want to use something a little lavishing. Yes, darling. Adding on to the top of this, and I'm realizing now that this is going to take way more resin than I thought it was. Look at these little lights, don't they look nice? I think some more gold will accent this orange nicely. And some little spikers on the gold. Me like the spikers. You tell what I changed? I bet you can't. Okay, this was a bad idea, but you know, that's just part of the building process, is trying new things. And sometimes they're really ugly. I'm cleaning up the front of this because there's kind of just some random bits of stone and grass, and I want to make it look like every part of this is being used. So we got some nice little windows in here. Balcony. Achoo! Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, this dome is pretty fugly. I wanted to try making like just a non-smooth surface, like glass wall, to see how it would look. And the answer is like a lot of textures overlapped on top of each other. This small tower is going here because the cavity above it is home for my Fletcher's work area, and I want to make it into a better looking zone. And I feel like a tower here would just add some good supportive structure. Also, you may notice the chest room remains unfurnished, as it will for the rest of this video. You see, when I redo the chest room, I'm gonna go all out, so I'm saving that for a video where it's just gonna be like 80% reading the chest room. You know, when I build, I just end up making a lot of rooms, and I usually don't have that many uses for all the rooms, but using those rooms for villager spaces is a really good idea, because then I can grow my villager colony and my building area, and I can eat 2 birds with 1 spoon. OGs will remember that rabbit that died on like episode 3, and I put his remains in a little chest, but construction calls, and I had to build over his grave. You know, I don't really know what a Fletcher would do in real life, but I must say, if I had to guess, this would look like his office. Okay, Fletcher room is looking pretty snazzy. I'd like to add a roof on the Fletcher room, because as you see, it looks horrible right now, but also that fence is just getting in the way. Like, this whole top area kind of just needs to be redone. So I'm gonna start by doing the roof of the Fletcher room. You probably can't tell, but I want this to look like a shaggy old roof, and I have this envision of using the oak slabs and the spruce slabs together to just make it look like 2 different kinds of roof tiles, like this. This also is in the zone of needs to be redone. Just looks a little ploppy, but we can fix it. Too much? We're just right. Why are there so many iron golems? Okay, this spot is too empty. It's too central to be this empty. I know we got a lot of yellow with all the bamboo wood and gold going on, but I just think that some nice mute yellow is the perfect backdrop for the other colors that we're going to add throughout the rest of this. Extra unnecessary detail. A nice little garden area. I never intended for the yellow to be the main color of the house when I started building it, you know, that was just my canvas. This isn't really for anything other than the look of all these houses together from a specific angle, because I'm making a big street light here. But the thing is, it's not gonna actually really light anything up, because it's so high up and that's not how Minecraft light mechanic works. But with that being said, although this is just like a small decoration, I really love the way that this streetlight looks. Like just the color and the texture of all the blocks. I love how the pot looks next to the no blocks. Just like I want to eat it, you know? I also just changed up the way that the front of this house looks a little bit. And I also put these lights on top of the house with the nighttime sensors. Because I do want everything that I build to have like lighting built into it. More little garden. Got this nice little tree and some greenery in front of the new house too. Well, we gave the Fletchers a nice new place, so it's only fair that we give the Toolsmiths a nice new place too. I don't even use the Fletchers anymore. I've been trading this whole time throughout this video. I cut it out, but I'm trading iron so that I can get carrots. I just use my iron farm and I trade to the Toolsmiths. They are my valued members of the G Central Society. But yeah, look at this nice patterned floor, perfect for some Toolsmith activities. And I got these smokestacks outside for the big kilns inside, but I don't really know if I like the smokestacks like right next to all the other builds I made. You know, it just looks really industrial, and that's generally like not my vibe, but it just kind of fits for the building, you know? I may change it later. I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Gotta do a little bit of renovating just so I can get the areas like fully separated, because right now they're kind of smushed together and I want them to be like their own rooms, you know? Everything is just looking so good at night. I'm gonna open up this whole back area. I want to make like a pathway along here and have everything just kind of connected, you know? I want this to be its own area up here. I think once I get all this a little more developed, maybe in the next episode, I'm gonna put some bells around just so that the villagers kind of congregate in what I want to be like public corners, you know? Also, for this door you're seeing, I had a very strong want to make a little note block jam whenever the door opens, you know, just a simple little chime when it opens and then a simple little one when it closes. And here's the thing, I got it to sort of kind of work. You see, it originally just started as me wanting a sound for when you go in the door, and that worked all fine and dandy, which is why I started working on filling out the inside of this, which is what you're seeing right now. The real trouble came when I wanted a sound for going out of it too, because you see, that meant that I was going to need to have 2 different sets of pressure plates applied to 2 different sets of note block strings. When one pressure plate is activated, I need to find a way to temporarily disable the other pressure plate so that it doesn't just play the opening and the closing sound as you're walking in, or both of them as you're walking out. And just newsflash, couldn't figure it out. I got it to work sort of sometimes, but not all the time. Good enough. And a little bit of carpet will bring it all together. The front of this looks too blocky, but I honestly feel like it looks better without details because it's just like an industrial building. I'm working on this building with a spiral staircase in it because I want this to be the main connector from the village to the actual like workstations over here. And I'm also going to be adding in some housing units just so that we can accompany for more workers. I mean friends. Ooh, it's time for my favorite part, updating the map. Let's see the difference. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see everything. You can kind of see, oh, you can see right through the glass. You can see like all the carpet and everything. You can see, it's cool. I like on the smallest version of the map, you can see every single block. Yeah, what are you doing up there? Sidewalks down here, bro.
I've got some interesting trades.
Alright, let's see what you got, because I've been a few places. Ooh, sulfur. You got sulfur? Yeah, let me get some of that.
I just farted and it smells like sulfur.
Okay, I'm leaving. Weirdo. If you'll recall, earlier I said that I had an idea for something that I wanted to build here, but I just was not going to do it right then. And now is the time that I'm doing it. And it's a little shooting gallery for the Fletchers that are here, so they can test out their bows and arrows. I wish I could see a villager shooting a little bow and arrow. That'd be so cute. I didn't show this before because it just leads to the chest room, which we're not redoing in this episode, but look at this sneaky little tunnel in the tower. This area is just lacking. It's too wide and not tall enough. It just is looking like a factory. Also with these look like smokestacks, you know, it's like pollution, but this is just smoke from the kiln. And also I kind of want to spruce up this walkway down here a little bit. But I think this is going to be like kind of the last area to get a makeover, because I think it's safe to say that this whole mountain area has been transformed. But before I do anything else, I'm going to set up this little sulfur farm so that hopefully I can get a tiny bit by the end of this video. This is the setup I got for the doorbells. You can see the whole thing is mostly based off a copper bulb toggle switch, which is the main reason why it doesn't work sometimes, because they will randomly just get stuck in the on position and I can't really be pressing the pressure plates and seeing why that's happening, so I just gave up. And just before I get started on those changes that I was talking about to the toolsmith building, I'm gonna finish doing all the inside of this because I want the insides to be done of pretty much everything, because this is kind of gonna be like a central building, you know? This is gonna be like my deluxe apartment in the city. Okay, now to the toolsmith building. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. This is more smudging up on my bad, but look, here's where we were at. This is what we were just on the recordings, and here's the next recording. Gone. And there is a backup folder too for recordings that I don't accidentally save. It like automatically saves a backup of them, but it's not in there either. And also we're missing another session of recordings after that. But it's fine, guys, okay? Because we have the end scenes, which means I got all the cinematic shots and everything. Why I'm in the end, you'll see in a second. I barely ever built with obsidian, and I don't really know why, because I kind of like the texture of it a lot. I think it's just because it's really annoying if I misplace even one block, and whenever I build, I end up building something and breaking it down like 3 times. Also, peep that little lamppost in the back. I made that on the days that I lost the footage. And I also made a little staircase that goes down towards the village. I actually just scrolled through all the footage and none of it shows the staircase, and it kind of barely shows the lamppost, so here you go. Just want to make sure that you guys could see. I'm making some more housing units up along this top strip for a couple reasons. For one, I just want more villagers that are going to be toolsmiths so that I can trade iron with them. And B, I just need something in the background of the shot that's just above the toolsmith house that is going to kind of match the height of the rest of the hill. Which I'm sure you can see is looking pretty complete right now, along with that little question mark next to the chest room, because ooh, what will become of that? Okay, there's also one more thing that did not save with the other recordings that we missed, which is this neat little kind of swampy area and palm tree over in front of this corner of the chest room. And also, guys, I was wrong. The cinematic shots did not save at all. So I went back through and I got all the shots again so you can get a nice overview of what we built in this episode. And if you did enjoy this episode, do me a favor and go leave a like on this video, because it helps out a ton, and knowing that you enjoyed this video makes putting hours of my time and effort into these videos every single day worth it. So thank you again for watching this video, and if you'd like to see more from yours truly, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. I'm trying to post videos as often as I can, but like I said, it takes a lot of time and effort, so it usually takes me like a few weeks to get a video out. But you know, as soon as I get monetized, I'm gonna just be putting all my time and effort into making videos. So that'll take however long it takes, and then once I get there, I'll hopefully be putting videos out every week. With all that being said, thank you again for watching this video. Go ahead and leave me a comment on what you think of these builds, and also any ideas you have for future videos. Every single one of you is amazing, and I love you all. This is an official goodbye from G-Square. Peace!